You're the tech lead, facing a tangled web of infrastructure choices. You have to make a call right now that dictates the product's future. Software development is an endless stream of these forks in the road. You make a choice, write the code, and move on. But a decision made in isolation today, without its reasoning recorded, becomes a total mystery to the team tomorrow. To prevent that confusion, you have to answer a few basic questions. What exactly did we decide? Why did we choose this? What compromises did we? Every week, a developer might make hundreds of minor code changes, but hidden among them are the rare structural decisions that commit the product to a specific technical path for years. This guide outlines where to draw the line. Low-risk choices don't need formal documents. Naming variables or adjusting UI stinksing, skip the paperwork. High-impact areas, however, demand a record. If a choice affects the architecture, database design, or authentication, it must be written down. By filtering out the daily noise, you protect your engineering hours while ensuring nobody wastes time relitigating major infrastructure choices 6 months down the line. Let's see how this works in practice. Our tech lead is staring down a massive choice. How should the new application handle user authentication? The document starts with clear accountability, a title, date, owner, and status. Next is the context. You explain the actual problem, constraints of the UI, the current architecture, and why this choice is needed now. Then you lay out the options considered. In this case, the team evaluated using an off-the-shelf tool like Keycloak as is, wrapping its UI, building custom auth from scratch, or using another provider entirely. Framing the context and explicitly listing those rejected options does something crucial. It proves to future engineers that you didn't just ignore the obvious alternatives. You evaluated them, and you moved past them. Drafting shouldn't be a bottleneck. A developer can prompt an AI agent to build out the structural comparison, quickly populating the pros and cons. There is a strict rule. Agents can format text and draft comparisons, but must never invent final reasoning. Mandatory human review is required to verify viable options, accurate reasoning, and complete risk capture. AI accelerates the busywork, but the human owner remains solely responsible for the technical logic and the final call. Back to our scenario. The tech lead officially decides to reject Keycloak as the long-term layer, moving the team toward developing custom authentication. The document states the reasoning. Custom auth delivers better product control and deep App Hub integration. But every choice has a price. The trade-off section shows we gain tighter UI control, but accept an immense engineering and security burden. That brings us to the risks. Authentication is highly sensitive. The document explicitly warns that implementation may take longer, and any mistakes here create serious vulnerabilities. One of the most dangerous mistakes a team can make is documenting only their final choice, effectively hiding these trade-offs and vulnerabilities from the rest of the company. A recorded decision is only as valuable as its honesty. By admitting the compromises up front, the team can build the safety nets required to manage them. To translate this decision into reality, the document closes with a follow-up section listing immediate next steps like defining permission models. Crucially, it also sets a revisit condition, establishing when the choice should be evaluated again, for example, if custom auth delays client delivery. Fast forward a year. A new developer joins the team and pulls up the codebase. They immediately see this complex custom auth system and wonder why on earth the team didn't just use a standard tool. Instead of interrupting the tech lead to ask, they find the decision document. In 5 minutes, they grasp the historical constraints, see exactly which alternatives were rejected, and understand the risks the team accepted. The document acts as an asynchronous mentor, relaying past constraints to a developer working in a very different present-day context. A reliable decision document strips away the ambiguity. It clearly lays out the context, the options, the reasoning, the trade-offs, and the risks. Documenting these choices transforms internal logic into a shared record. It ensures that as the team grows, the reasoning behind the system remains as accessible as the code itself.